Stated. How many of you here, just out of curiosity, are Four Diamonds families? Throw your diamonds in the air there. Alright, awesome. So, I'm actually a Four Diamonds kid. I was diagnosed on July maybe 20th of 1988 with osteosarcoma. And I was just doing a little research for this speech, and Dr. Jason Eustein from St. Baldrick's says, unfortunately, the survival outcome for osteosarcoma is significantly less than most other pediatric malignancies. Besides poor survival outcome, these patients also have to deal with tremendous side effects due to the high-dose chemotherapy regimens and the debilitating surgeries often incorporated into their therapeutic protocols. We're trying to understand how these tumors live and grow so we can create better ways to kill the tumor that allow the patients to live long and healthy lives. So, I was kind of shocked to hear that because I didn't realize that my cancer was that serious. And it's funny because I think every day, every minute of life we have choices, at least two. And Teddy Roosevelt, if you'll think back for a moment, told us to do what you can with what you have now and do your best. So that's why I try to make a choice in everything that I do. So basically there were two choices. You either had cancer or you didn't. I had cancer. The doctors told my parents that there were two types of cancer they thought this was, either osteosarcoma or Ewing sarcoma. And they were hoping for osteosarcoma because it's supposedly more curable than Ewing. And I just found that out today, and it really wasn't the better cancer to get, but I survived. And I learned that way back then that you have to make a choice, and there's always a choice. So my parents chose Hershey or not. They chose Hershey, and I'm very glad that they did, because Hershey saved my life. And Hershey has grown so much. In 1988, only Dr. Neely and Dr. Miller were there, and I'm sure most of you have met them. However, I think there's at least 12 pediatric oncologists on staff there. So now, at Hershey, I was treated with 14 months of chemo and 5 surgeries. And another choice was, can they save my leg or can't they? And I didn't know. Going into surgery, I can remember praying to the beeping of the IV, please save my leg, God. Please save my leg, God. And he did. He saved my leg. And 27 years later, I'm standing here on both of my legs. I'm able to speak to you, which is such a privilege for me. So 14 months of chemo and 5 surgeries, and I thought that the best thing that I could do to get better was forget about cancer. And I did. And I went through, I missed 7th grade because I was tutored at home because I was having chemo, and I couldn't go to school because of immunosuppression and different things like that. Unable to walk, stupid things like that. And 8th grade I went back. The first day. The 3rd day of 8th grade, I had my last chemo. Missed, I think, 2 days for that and never missed a day since. I had perfect attendance until, I think, my senior year, which was kind of ridiculous. But, so my high school was kind of amazing. I was editor of the yearbook. Captain of the mock trial team and National Honor Society and everything that you should do and could do and would want to do as a normal kid, and that's what I did. And college was the same. I got awards and I did great, and I didn't have any of the latent effects that they warn you of from treatment for childhood cancer, because we all know since 1970 only one pediatric chemo has been developed. But until then, I really didn't develop any latent effects until I was 24 and started to gain tremendous amounts of weight and having no appetite. So gaining 8 and 10 pounds a week and not knowing where it came from. I went to the doctors, and the doctor tried different diagnoses which were inaccurate, and eventually switched doctors and ended up peeing out 42 pounds in 3 days because the cardiotoxic chemo damaged my heart and I had dilated cardiomyopathy. So I went for a heart transplant evaluation at Penn, the University of Pennsylvania, and Temple. I felt more comfortable at the University of Pennsylvania and stayed with them and skated by until I turned 30 in 2007 when I fell out of my shower and didn't know what to do with my underwear, didn't know how to comb my hair. The last word that I said was help. I had a massive stroke. I couldn't read, I couldn't type, I couldn't speak. I was paralyzed on the right side. My sister taught me how to add again. My dad taught me the value of money again. He got dimes, nickels, quarters, pennies out of the bank and literally taught me what each of them meant. I had to learn how to do everything again at the age of 30. And again, I was faced with a choice. The choice was to kind of succumb and give up and go with the fact that I was disabled, or say, I kick cancer's butt and I can do this too. However, the stroke was scarier to me because when I was a kid, someone made all the decisions for me. I didn't have to make any of the decisions. All I had to do was give them my veins or give them my port and do what they said. And by the grace of God and my parents and family and a wonderful support system, I got better. With the stroke, it was up to me at age 30. I worked. I did cardiac rehab. I did cognitive rehab. I did physical therapy. I did occupational therapy. I did speech therapy. Anything that I could do. Homework that a normal second grader would do, I did. Because I needed to learn how to add again. I needed to learn how to divide again, multiply. I had a very hard time with a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. No idea what that meant. But I learned. Eventually I learned. And I overcame that. And here I am speaking in front of you 8 years later, which is amazing. So that's my story. And what I learned from that is you always have a choice. You have a choice to give in or you have a choice to fight. And I want you to get angry. Are you angry?
Yeah.
How angry are you? Do you want more than 4?
Yeah.
I can't even hear you. Do you want more than 4?
Yeah.
All right. So this is why I want more than 4. I'm here to talk about childhood cancer because I survived. There are 270,000 survivors in the United States between the ages of 20 and 39. Almost 16,000 are newly diagnosed every year. 46 are newly diagnosed every day. 7 lose their battle every day. Before we go to sleep tonight, more than likely, the other half of this necklace is not going to be here anymore. I'm fortunate to have many, many close people in my life, but my little best friend is named Monica. Monica was diagnosed with cancer when she was 19 months old. She had an astrocytoma. She relapsed at 3 with a glioblastoma. She for no reason really, was caught on a scan at CHOP and had a lemon-sized tumor on her scapula. They removed a rhabdomyosarcoma from her shoulder when she was 4. And just maybe 4 months ago, in April, her brain tumor occurred. She had already had a hemispherectomy, so there was nothing to resect. Monica fought and is still fighting like I've never seen anyone fight in my life. She's had radiation, she's had chemo, she's had radiation again. She had an amazing summer. Up until Wednesday, when I said I love you, she said I love you too. She's still in there and she's still fighting, and I'm angry. And yes, God saved me, and medicine saved me, and I'm here to fight, and I will fight for her, and I will fight for all of your kids, because I don't want any more. 4 more is definitely good for funding, but 4 more is too many for even 4 more kids to be diagnosed with cancer. So my favorite quote is, from Walt Disney, and it's kind of fun to do the impossible. So one of the things that I did was, hey, do you want to say something? No? What's your name? Olivia, I'm not strong enough to be a superhero.
Hi! Hi, Olivia!
Olivia, why are you here? What kind of cancer did your sister have? Mom, what kind of cancer did Olivia's sister have? Where is she? What's your name? Noelle. Are you?
Noelle, yeah, Noelle.
Noelle, come here. Noelle, can you come here? Can I just have a high five? I think, like, if we're both survivors, we can have more power with our high five. What do you think? Awesome. Noelle, how about a fist bump? What do you think?
She's shy.
Where were you treated? Hershey? Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Noelle and Olivia. So I said it's kind of fun to do the impossible. Walt Disney said that. So when I think, the reason I met Monica is because my sister and I started a nonprofit called Cancer-tacular. After I had my stroke, I retired from the federal government. I got to keep a small pension and my federal Blue Cross. So at the age of 31, ridiculously, I was tasked, which was both daunting and amazing, with reinventing my life. So I knew that I needed to make a difference, and I started doing things with the American Cancer Society, and we won't get into how much of their funding doesn't go to childhood cancer. And I also did the American Heart Association because I had a stroke, and I had passion for that too because I wanted to help there. But I realized that all of their monies go national, and a lot of them don't go to help the people that need it, like us. So we started Cancer-tacular, and all of our monies go to help kids that are in my village. Hillary Clinton said it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village to survive cancer, correct?
Yeah.
So that's what we did, and Cancer-tacular turned 7 on August 18th, and to date no one has taken a salary, and all of the monies have gone to people locally, kids fighting cancer locally in northeastern Pennsylvania. So Walt Disney said it's kind of fun to do the impossible, and that's what we like to do. And I want to continue to do the impossible through support and advocacy, and I really hope that things like this, I have to hand it to you for putting this together. This is a pretty amazing thing. I know that you didn't get the turnout that you wanted, but the weather's not on our side, but I think that we're very strong, and it only takes one person to make a difference, and you did. So thank you for listening, and thank you for doing this, and God bless you all, and I wish you the best.